Roundtable.
Hello.
Day 4, you're going home. See your families. Remember your lives.
Going back to regular life.
Have you had? Has it been fun?
Yeah, of course. Of
Okay.
course.
Are you guys having fun?
I think so.
Well, we're here for 22 hours and then we go. But
It's a bit short-lived.
it's a bit short. I'd love to be here longer, really, if I'm honest.
So with the new season and new showrunners, did you guys face it? Was this season more difficult or easier than the last season?
Ooh. Well, I mean, first week, I think I was in a state of shock. I was like trying it. Yeah, I really had to like.
You did it very well.
No, I didn't. I was crying in the production office. I had to sort of like take a leap of faith and get on board because there were elements of last year that were great and there are elements that needed to be changed, which is what they've been brought in to do. So it was that thing of sort of going, oh, I'm scared about this, I'm worried about that, and kind of just having to go, look, everyone is working really hard, everyone wants to up the ante, and we just need to sort of get on the team. So I feel like I'm on the team now. So
It's a very different show for season 1.
That's what we
Yeah.
heard. That's what we heard.
I mean, it's like. I mean, there's no.
I just wish I could
comparison.
explain. It's really annoying that we can't
And I think
say.
it's a serialized sort of drama now, where we have a central story that runs throughout the whole arc.
It's not like Demon of the Week,
we
sort of
don't
like,
have, it's not
let's just do a power of
which it
3 and they're
was
gone.
really
So
last
that's a
year.
bit like.
And
there's
it
no
is
stakes.
much darker. Much of it, we spent a lot of time on special effects and stunts and all the rest of it. So it kind of really is a different show. And something kind of happens, sort of 7 or 8 minutes into the first episode, that kind of changes everything and makes it unrecognizable in a way that you'll see. So yeah, and it makes it's made it really more dynamic and more sort of rooted in a kind of realism, really, in a reality that we didn't have last year. So yeah, it's really exciting. The fans, I can't wait to see what
I
they
know.
say.
I want to sort of sneak into the panel so I can see people's reactions because
When
I'm.
did you guys film? Because the thing with special effects, as you mentioned, is because you were mentioning these special effects, is that you film this and then the visual effects
Happens
start
after.
happening
Yeah,
way after.
yeah,
You have no
yeah,
idea
yeah,
how-
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you have to trust that they're going to do what they say they're going to do and
I
not
mean, you
make
have
it
to
look
imagine.
long.
They have to. We spend a lot of time with each director trying to get them to explain to us what their vision is, so we can then sort of act
Yeah.
it. Because it's once or twice last year they didn't explain it properly, and then we like, I didn't know it was that big, and I'm sort of like, so it's really hard because we don't really know what they've got in their mind's eye. Sometimes it can.
I find that quite difficult at times
It
because
is
you have
very
to trust that they're going to do it. And I'll just be like, well.
And like when you look at the scenes, like we didn't play from the first season. What was like the biggest surprise when it comes to the final result of the scene? Like, oh, I didn't know that this is how it was going to look.
Well, I think Tartarus was a shock to us all.
Yeah, Tartarus, and also Hell, where I went with Sarah.
That's Tartarus.
Oh, what's the other one? Vortex Viribus.
Oh, yeah,
that
the
was a bit of a
Vortex
shock
Viribus.
as well. Yeah. My Christmas jumper. Didn't realise it was going to look that bad. Don't know why I chose that. I won't do that
No,
again.
sometimes the effects work really well, and then other times you go, oh, okay, we're still learning.
Yeah.
But you just do your best, and you're trying to imagine what you think you need to do, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, like the Dragon's Eye in Tartarus was really bad, and I think we can all be honest about that and say it was really bad. It was shockingly bad. And it should never have happened. But we live and learn, and it's a learning process.
We are where we are.
And that, yeah. But we've learned from that, and I think we're changing things, and it's just like a different show. So I'll be interested to see what you all think.
Yeah.
Since you guys have both worked on such great projects before and you have some experience maybe
Yeah, no, I think that like
Hellboy, I was wondering if coming into this new season
you're gonna be a bit of like
challenges that you sort of you had to face.
I mean, I've enjoyed the challenge of getting to be. My character's more physical this year, which at times I'm sort of like, okay, this is so not who I was last year, but let's do it. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that aspect that I get to be a bit more physical. I think it just it makes it more exciting. It's kind of more dynamic, and the stakes are higher in the sense that my character is forced to behave in those ways, and it's more interesting for me to play.
I think also now we have an understanding of the show and our characters. For me, I've been a bit more front-footed, and actually I've been able to say what I want to happen a little more. So I've been able to lead the stunts and say, no, I want him to be this or that or more dynamic, or so we've been able to push push the sort of boundaries a little more by saying, no, I think we should do a little. He should be more dynamic, and so the stunts are much bigger this year because of that. Because I think we've all felt that we really want to push it, and we now know the characters and know the situations where we can do that. So whereas I think in season 1 we were being led, because it was a new show, and and this year we've sort of taken sort of control a little more and been able to kind of have more input. And so it's more a collaborative thing about what we're going to do, and the stunts particularly, So and the CGI as well. It's they're trying to kind of make it more kind of believable and more kind of authentic.
So I have seen the episode, and
have you?
Come on!
How come you've seen it and no one else has?
she's special.
Well, now you know what we're on about.
I do, and I do know the thing 8 minutes in, and it's like, what? So I want to know.
Well, you're in the family. There's only about 5 of us that have seen it. That's brilliant.
I want to know what your reaction to that episode. I mean, you should have.
We can't do that. That was my reaction.
I think some of us were really unsure. Like, hold on a sec. That's like that's like crazy. But I think in retrospect, in hindsight, it kind of has worked, and I think it's allowed us to kind of go in different routes.
Yes, and we're in it now, so it's kind of. It's almost like episode 1 is like a pilot again. We had to sort of we needed to be able to reset, and it affords us that opportunity. So I hope that people are forgiving with some of the things that we had to do to make that happen. No, I'm looking at you like you know what we did. You know what we did to the thing.
I think it's very cool.
I'm just scared about it.
Cool.
I'm really scared about it.
I just have so many questions. Like, how is Harry gonna? What's his journey through the season? Because that was messed up.
Well, I think because of what you've seen and what occurs, the dynamic between him and the three ladies is different, because they're sort of like, they're in it together much more. So they're sort of, he is as sort of muddled as they are, and so they're kind of, the sort of difference in status between the sort of charm ones and the white lighter, is kind of slightly evaporated in such as they're all in it together in a way that they weren't last year. And so that's allowed us to kind of be more of a team. So, and we delved much more into the white lighter, the origin of white lighters, and my life, how it all started, how it came about, which gives my character, Harry, as hashtag white lighter, a sort of a bit of sort of background, which I really loved. So yeah.
Yeah, but I imagine that's going to stay a secret from the girls. What happened?
No,
actually, no. But episode
can't remember what it is.
episode 5 is really when it kind of all we get to understand and know a lot more.
No, because by episode 2.
Oh, I see that bit of it. Yes, that bit of it. Yes, I was talking about the origins really, but yes. By episode 2, or even by the end of episode 1, as you know, things are So yeah, it's all very changeable.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks very much for being very kind.
Thank you.